everyone, Miss Mitty here, and today we're back with a brand new speed build. We have 30 minutes of talking. And we're like, oh Mitty, why didn't you trim this down? That's because Windows Movie Maker is not my friend and it does not want me to cut any more out. I've been trying, I've been restarting this program forever and it just, for some reason, I will click, split like I usually do, but all of a sudden everything will disappear or it will shut down, and 2 hours of film is just too much for this editing system. Yes, I do need a new one desperately, but I can't really switch it right now. I hope to do it in the future, but right now that's not really much of an option for me, so we're gonna do 30 minutes of talking instead. Right, so I should probably explain this a little bit better. Whew, okay, well, we're building Westerberg, and basically what Westerberg is it's from this film called Heathers, but I personally have not seen the film. I am really only a fan of the musical, but I don't know about the film yet. I have not seen it, but I wanted to build something from a musical, and I was like, you know what, this is a school, back to school, pretty perfect, let's go ahead and do that. And you know what, it's Heathers, and Heathers is great, so I was like, we're gonna go ahead and do that. But then I went and I was thinking, how in the world am I going to do Westerberg, the play version, or the musical version? Because obviously that's not going to work well. Oh my gosh, my dog is going to start barking uncontrollably in a few seconds. So you're going to have to give me a second. I might actually have to stop this, so hold on. Alrighty, so I'm back. This is actually my first time I've ever cut during a middle of a voiceover, and it's been like 30 minutes. I walked away from this and I kind of got a little distracted, and yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna explain this build to start off. So this is based off of the, obviously the movies School off of Heathers, but I only really listened to the musical and also watched the illegal bootleg of the musical. What? I said nothing. So I haven't really seen the movie myself, so sorry if it's not extremely accurate. I'm also not saying go watch it, especially if you're younger. Would not recommend, but if you like the style of the school, you at least have that. Like I said, I'm only the musical fan. I cannot judge the movie because I have not seen it myself, so just putting that out there. But obviously the musical is performed on a stage, or at least the first one. One second. I know, I'm about to cut off in another voiceover. I'm just on a roll right now. Okay, I'm gonna finish this sentence actually. So, it was obviously performed on a stage, or at least the first one. I think there's a newer version, and it performs, I think it's in England or something, and where they actually have a school as a backdrop. But the kind of original one when it first, debuted on, I don't think it was even Broadway, right? No, it wasn't. It wasn't a school, it was the stage, and I didn't really have much to go off of, so instead I did the one from the movie. Anyways, now that that's explained, I'm gonna cut out for another second and be right back. Okay, so hopefully that was the last cut that I need to do during this, or it's gonna be a very chopped up voiceover. I actually sped this up to 8 times the speed, and it's a little fast, but I was really slow building this. You'll kind of get the gist of everything as soon as it gets sort of built and everything. Like for this moment here, my mouse dies at one point in this, and I never got the chance to edit it out because Windows Movie Maker is still giving me a hard time, but at least we trimmed this down to 20 minutes, which is a lot better than 30, so every minute counts. Yes, my mouse died. I actually had this mouse that was wireless, but it keeps dying. It wasn't even a month since I've changed the batteries. It was more like a week, and then I had to change the batteries, and it was just so annoying. And I'm like, you know what, we're back to the old mouse. So if sometimes you hear squeaking, it's because my mouse has a very squeaky like scroll button thing. What is that actually called? I don't know. It hasn't done that yet, knock on wood. That's been like a great mouse, so hopefully it got knocked back into place and it's stopped that. Anyways, back to the build. I forgot a very vital piece of information, and that is this is technically not a finished build. And the reason behind that is because the classrooms, I only will end up doing 2 of the classrooms. A lot of the community spaces will be finished, such as the principal's office, the janitor's closet that I'm kind of calling it, the cafeteria, the locker rooms, some of the bathrooms are finished, and I did 2 classrooms, but the 2 classrooms were exactly the same. And I actually did this in a very short span of time than what I would have liked. That was probably not my smarter choice, was to do this in such the amount of time that I had. For example, it is currently Thursday. I still have not created the thumbnail for this, so I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to be doing next if I have the time. Here's where my mouse died. Right, so, sorry about that. It's just, I have a great computer. But I didn't really have a lot of time to finish this, so some of the classrooms aren't done, but I did do 2 of them, and if you do plan on building this, then I think you have enough to kind of take away of how I would have done it, because literally it would have just been me placing tables and chairs and painting stuff, like, as the same thing for like 4 of the classrooms. Probably even more similar than the 2 classrooms that I did, because there's 4 rooms that are literally exactly the same size and stuff, and I would have done them exactly the same. So I just figured, you know what, I'll let you guys use your imagination if you do plan on building this. And also that blue thing on the floor, yeah, I was trying to make it look like a tarp. I think it worked. But that's what that was supposed to be. I don't know why. I felt like I should explain that. I would have loved to finish this build like completely, but I literally just did not have the time, and I wanted to get this video out because I want to build more. Honestly, that's really why. And the only way to do that is if I, get this baby finished and move on to the next video. I am planning on doing a Royale, but guess what? Another thing came up. Johnny's microphone broke. So it was scheduled for this weekend. I mean, not to be uploaded, but to be recorded. I know, Mitty, what are you talking about? You haven't recorded it? I thought you did. Yeah, I did, but I deleted it because I wanted to redo it. I'm sorry, I'm picky. I want it to be decent, and I don't know. It's a bit of a roller coaster right now. It's a work in progress. We'll say that. As soon as it gets started, it's gonna be a lot better. I have a feeling that it will. But for now, we're still waiting. But it is coming. Johnny's microphone had to break, so hopefully he did get it fixed. I'm thinking. He did just message me on Discord, so I'm hoping that meant got my microphone fixed. We'll be able to film this weekend. It's funny because currently the most popular game in Roblox is not Jailbreak. It probably will tomorrow, but when I'm doing this voiceover, it's this destruction game of something, and Johnny's like, whoa, did you see Jailbreak isn't top anymore? And I'm like, yeah, Jailbreak's been canceled. And he's like, oh my gosh, really? They're getting rid of it? So I found that hilarious. Was that just me? Is that just a me thing? Okay. Oh, what to talk about? Oh, I'm going to talk about my day. Another day in high school. It is crazy because I've actually been able to tolerate school, and I'm pretty happy about that, because that's literally all I've needed, was the ability to tolerate school. I know that sounds like super dumb, but for example, last year I could not stand school, and I was struggling to go there every single day. But luckily this year it's a lot better, and I actually had ballet for one of my classes, so I did pick that up again. I know I sound like a broken record because I've repeated this again, but I'm really excited, okay? Today specifically was pretty interesting. What happened today? Yes, I forgot what happened today. Classic. Now, actually, I quickly want to mention, I know, I'm just going to interrupt my own story because why not? There's a new update coming out for Westerberg, and I'm super excited. I've seen leaks of washing machines, like, seems pretty interesting to me, and yet another thing I need to add to the dollhouse. Okay, right, so today in school, what shall we talk about? I did a math test. I'm pretty sure I bombed it. And not in like a cool, like, oh yeah, I totally bombed. No, like, I mean, I think I failed. We've been doing this one thing like all week, and I actually missed 2 days of school because I've been pretty sick. And I was like, you know what? I think I can do it. I have my notes. She puts the test in front of me, and I'm like, okay, I made a mistake. So, that was fun. Can't wait to see the grade on that. The next thing that happened today that was interesting was my ballet class. We all almost passed out because the air conditioning has been broken for the past 3 weeks I've been in school. I believe it was like the Friday of the first week that the air conditioning broke. Then the next week it was fixed, put some quotations or marks around that, fixed, and then it broke again. And they're fixing it, quotations around those, fixing it again. And it was not fixed in my ballet class, I'll tell you that, because like, obviously you get sweaty in ballet class because it's ballet class and you're doing a lot of work out-ish. I don't know, what would you call that? You're doing a lot of movement. But we all don't really get sweaty till like the end of class. But literally like the first moment we step into that class, it feels like an attic. Like in the summer. Like, it was just hot and did not like it one bit. And yeah, somebody almost passed out. I felt like passing out. We all felt like passing out. But eventually, we think it might have turned on, but it was very, very light because we couldn't really feel air. But when we walked out in the hallway, the classroom was a lot more colder, so maybe it did start working towards the end of class, but yeah, that was a fun experience. It was so hot the day before that when they were fixing it, and we just sat there watching ballet videos on YouTube. That was great. Honestly, it was kind of boring, not gonna lie. I mean, if that thing interests you, then like, go for it. I like ballet, don't get me wrong, in fact I love it. I've done it for forever, and seriously, I was like because it was literally a video of like a class at the Royal Ballet, and at first it was interesting, but once we were like 30 minutes in, we were all kind of like, oh my gosh. Because it was watching other people dance, and we all just really wanted to dance, and we're all like, I want to be in the room where it happened. Yes, Hamilton reference. I have been lacking in the Hamilton reference department. You guys probably don't really think so, because you're like, yeah, you quoted it the last video. It's because I only have to put out a video a week. Which, by the way, I've been thinking once again about trying to get 2 videos out during the week. And I was like, no, that's not happening at all. I am just so busy, especially with school and the start of the school year, which is apparently more slower than what's going to be the actual school year. I don't think it's going to be a wise decision for me to try to upload twice a week. Believe me, I want to very, very much, but I just can't. Trying to think, what else can we talk about? We're doing pretty good. Oh my gosh, no, we're doing super good. Because it's about to go to the tour. I thought we had, like, forever. Okay, no. Turns out the speed up was best decision of my life because we're technically done. Oh, well, that's because I didn't start the voiceover from the beginning. That makes sense. So I saw the thumbnail after this. We'll probably do that Friday. Like, I've been cutting it really close the past few days on upload dates. I like having my stuff, like, done on, like, Thursday. So on Friday, I don't have to worry about it. I can just play games with my friends. But I've been cutting it really, really close lately because I've been super busy. Anyways, let's go back to the build. Once again, it looks a little wonky because obviously it's not really finished since I didn't do those classrooms, but if you guys decide to build this, use your imagination. Also, I do want to clarify, you can build and recreate any of my builds that you like. I do wish that you would give me any, what's the word? Oh my gosh, it just slipped my mind. What? Credit. So like if you're gonna just build Westerberg and you got the idea from this video, it'd be nice if you would give me credit. I mean, you don't have to because obviously I didn't come up with Westerberg myself, so yeah. Also, any decals used in this build, none of them are mine, just found them, and I like to find decals that are already uploaded because I'm so tired of getting like, you can't upload this because it's obviously inappropriate, and it's like a picture of a poodle. That actually happened, and it's become so strict with the decal uploading that I really don't like it. So most of the decals that you will see are probably from just the the library. So yeah, anyways, there are 4 classrooms here. They're behind the stairs. Okay, so I did see them, and you could probably do like a football field out in the back. There's doors that way. Like I said, this is kind of just like a template. You can do whatever you want if you do decide to build this. Obviously the inside is nothing like the actual movie or anything. This was just whatever, just put into the middle because I could not find enough reference photos. Even for the outside, I could not find any reference photos. Like those 2 photos that you might see me flip to are literally the only photos that I could find of the outside. But I probably could have searched harder, but whatever. Anyways, it's coming to an end here. It says that it's coming to an end on my editing, but we're still touring. I did put a kitchen into the cafeteria area. It's like this very tiny thing. I honestly put it there just once again, in the case that somebody does decide to build this, then, you know, obviously maybe you would put your kitchen there. I don't know. Obviously it would not be used in this case because, I mean, I'm not going to be using this build, but like, you know, it's not a full-blown kitchen, but it would get the job done. I kind of just want to put that there for like the ideas and stuff. Honestly, probably no one's going to rebuild this. Why am I even like acting like people are gonna rebuild it? Maybe you will. If you do, then like good luck. I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you do better. If you do, tweet me a picture. I would love to see your version of Westerberg. Anyways, finally we're at the end of the tour. I will see you guys in the next video. For now, toodles my poodles!